But when you think back to Sacagawea and what she did, leading a group of, I think they were all male, probably fiercely independent pioneers with a lot of confidence, each one of them, and taking them through uncharted territories, getting them to the other side. Not sure there's a big difference between Nancy leading Foley and a group of lawyers through what's probably the most difficult economic time we've had in the last couple of years. She's very determined, she's very dedicated, and at the same time she handles that with really a sense of grace and civility that is, to me, a true mark of a great lawyer.
Education meeting on Wednesday at 3:30.
Nancy is a superb lawyer. She was a litigator, and as a young partner in the firm, she handled some of the firm's toughest, biggest, and most complex lawsuits. And she won them. In order to be a successful lead attorney on a big piece of litigation, you need to have lots of stamina, both emotional and physical. And she was really tough.
When I was in high school, my mom tried a major case in Greenbelt, Maryland. And so she literally moved for about 3 months out of the house and into a Marriott hotel with the rest of her colleagues. It was actually a time when I felt most proud of my mother. There was a sense both that she was at the pinnacle of her career and achieving so much professionally, and yet she had built a family that was so supportive of each other. We really were able to keep functioning as a strong family unit. And that was a really formative experience in my childhood.
In the process of managing these lawsuits, I and others saw in her management and leadership skills. She truly was the first woman at Foley & Lardner to break through the glass ceiling.
There was no maternity leave, there were no parental benefits, and so we're really indebted to trailblazers like my mom, who established a workplace in which women could become partners in law firms as well as being full-time parents.
I think Foley now is a very hospitable place for attorneys who are minorities or women, but it hasn't always been that way, and Nancy was a leader in helping turn the firm in the right direction.
When I think of Nancy, I really think of an advocate. I think of her in her advocacy role as a board member of ABCD, helping women who've been diagnosed with breast cancer.
She was the president of the Alumni Association at the University of Wisconsin, her alma mater. She served on the board of directors with me at the Greater Milwaukee Committee for years.
And the Milwaukee Justice Center, and then what she's currently doing on behalf of GMC and chairing their education committee. I think the time is right now in Milwaukee to really focus on education and what we can do to improve the Milwaukee public school system, and I think she's going to be a great leader in the efforts that the GMC is contributing to that.
Nancy was an excellent student at Northwestern's law school, where she was a member of the Law Review. She was a student there when I first met her, when the recruiting committee first met her. She went to high school in Waukesha, so she's a Wisconsin girl.
Nancy's been a terrific role model for me and a great mentor to me. I think of her as an advocate for women, just where she is in the firm, the first female partner at Foley. It's a demanding job, but she's always there for her kids. I know she's there for what's important in the family.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. She'd be most proud of her family and her role as a wife and a mother. No question about that.
Certainly you know of her professional accomplishments and how time-consuming her career has been and continues to be, and yet she does an incredible job of making sure that we are her first priority and there's always time for family.
If this award is truly intended to honor someone who's been a trailblazer or a leader or a pathfinder, I can't think of anybody better qualified than Nancy Sennett. I'd just like to say, Nancy, heartfelt congratulations.
This is such a well-deserved honor.
And thank you for being such a good friend.
We are so incredibly proud of you. We love you very, very much.